I don't want kids. I want a housekeeper. That's my dream.
Yeah, it's cheaper than kids.
I just want someone to do the shopping and tidy things up and do all just the little domestic staff things. That's,
This is a dream.
that's what I think about when I buy lotto tickets.
It's good that you put it on the podcast because then when it happens, we can when we're both insanely rich, we can come back and you'll laugh at ourselves.
Be like, remember this bit? Now I've got 3.
Remember this? Now I have 4 offices around the world.
I know people will be doing it. It'll be a deep dive in Reddit. We're like, do you remember so-and-so? Yeah, she's just won the Oscar. I found her old Housewives podcast.
His podcast, yeah.
How can we cancel them?
Hello and welcome to Throwing Drinks with Jen and Maggie. I'm the Jen half.
I'm the Maggie half.
And this is a semi-weekly Housewives podcast for the smooth-brained amongst us. A silly little look at all things Housewives. And on Wednesdays, we do our Roni Season 14 recaps. We're getting to the end. We were pretty down on it last week, Maggie, but this week I'm feeling better about it because I see the light at the end of the tunnel.
I know.
I think it's 4 episodes to go.
Yeah. And depending on how many reunions they do.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, we'll see. It's been nice. I saw you IRL this weekend, Jen. We went to a wedding, another wedding, because that's what we do in our 30s. We don't do anything. We work and then we go to weddings.
And we use all that money to buy dresses and get ready and buy presents and travel to weddings.
Yeah.
And that's what we do.
Yeah.
But I will say it was a bloody fun wedding.
It was a great wedding.
I danced so hard my feet were swollen the next day.
Yeah, right.
It was so fun.
It was great. It was genuinely, I don't know, just full of love. I know that sounds silly. Shouldn't all weddings be like that? But this one, you were like,
but they're not. But all weddings aren't like that. Some people, I think, they still feel afraid to be vulnerable at their own wedding.
Yeah.
Whereas this was like genuinely very beautiful and moving.
Yeah, and calm. It's always like full of love when it's just like a really nice, calm environment. Well, they're presenting a very calm environment. And yeah. Also, the other thing is when someone's a long-time couple, like a long-term, it's not, no one's taking a risk. There's no doubts about the situation. It's just a nice extension of their story. And I felt like it was that on the weekend.
Reese and Karen have been together for 12 years.
12 years.
So it's like, I think they're going to make it.
Yeah, I think they're going to be okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it was so much fun. We got all dolled up. Actually, I want to bring this up. I went to Mecca and got my face done.
How did that go? I mean, you looked great on the night, but we didn't talk about the actual process.
She was such a nice chick. She did a great job. I took your advice and I took pictures.
Yep.
To show her. And I am breaking out a bit today, TBH, because of, I don't know, the application of product or just the amount of stuff to rehydrate my skin. But that's not her fault. But I did bring with me the Jenna Lyons lashes.
Oh, and you were wearing them on the night?
Yeah, did I forget to tell you that?
You didn't tell me that. So how did they go?
So good. And I don't think that Mecca had seen those before, or I don't even know if they still stock them. Like, because I brought them along.
Because they're meant to be the stockists in Australia.
Yeah, and all the girls came around and was like, what are these? Because she was suggesting other ones. I said, I actually brought these ones. I haven't worn them before because I bought them for the podcast to, I don't know, just an excuse to buy something. But they're really beautiful. The line where the lashes are glued is so thin. Like, it's not your stock standard strip. Yeah, so thin. But there's a slight problem where, because it's so thin, some of the glue that has stuck the fibers on has bulged out ever so slightly over the band because it's so thin.
Oh, okay.
And so we had to cut a little bit of that off because that glue on the other side was a little bit irritating. But beautiful lashes. Oh. All the Mecca girls came over to have a look. They were like, what are these? Never seen. Oh, my God. Yeah, so 5 stars, Jenna. Just watch your packaging. The packaging is the issue.
Really?
It's made out of cardboard. So it looks dented and old and matte cardboard.
Oh, okay. So it just doesn't feel very, because they're quite expensive lashes, right? Like they're $37 or something.
Yeah, they weren't cheap, and
Yeah.
they're definitely reusable because she didn't put mascara on them after they were on,
Mm.
and I got the blend of the black and brown, so they're quite natural. But no,
Oh,
I never wear lashes, so it was really nice. It was
that's
nice.
very
It
nice.
was fun.
And then you get that fun thing at the end of the night where you like peel them off.
Yeah,
I love that.
yeah,
Feels good. Like taking your bra off.
yeah, yeah. It was
Mm.
nice. It was good, and because I've got hooded eyes, it's quite hard to do anything fancy on your eyelashes or
Right.
eyelids.
Mm.
So it was fun to have something like that on. Great excuse to wear lashes. It was the wedding for lashes.
Yeah.
We went all out. I wore a purple frilly dress.
It looks so good. It's like this kind of like iridescent purple.
It sounds crazy.
Yeah, but it wasn't. It looked very classic and chic, I thought.
I've been watching a lot of Mad Men, I think,
Mm.
and I was influenced by that. But I'm usually in all black. I'm not
Yeah.
that kind of person, but I felt this is the wedding to have a bit of fun. And
It looked
Jen went had a little, what were you calling yourself? Goth disco Barbie? Is that what it was?
kind of, yeah, it's like Sandy Liang vibes. So I have this dress I bought for a different wedding, and then I've just decided, I don't know, I'm into that very like cutesy Sandy Liang aesthetic at the moment where it's all like bows and like kind of 90s makeup.
Mm.
So I just did like a purpley ready lip and then put bows in my hair. And I felt
Yeah,
cute.
you look great.
Oh,
Ooh, you
thank
had a
you.
little wiggle dress on.
I had a little wiggle dress on. I don't know. I don't know about that dress. I looked at the full body, like full body photos, and I'm like, I don't know about it, but I had fun and
What
I could
brand was it?
dance. It's called Win Hamlin. They're a Win Hamlin. They're a Kiwi designer,
Oh, nice.
and yeah, yeah. And so I bought it for a wedding a few weeks ago, and then I was like, I'm wearing this again. I like this. Very
Oh, was that the
versatile.
same
It's
one
got
you
like
wore
a
to?
Hings, yeah.
Oh, I didn't even notice that because your style's all different.
Yeah,
Oh, well, there you
yeah. I
go.
wore like just because like the at Hing's wedding, I had my hair all slicked back and like I was wearing platforms and stuff, and then I just wore like little kitten heels and like more kind of girly makeup, like more fresh pinky kind of vibes.
Mm,
So yeah, for the
you
summer.
look great. It was fun and
Thank
everyone
you,
looked
mate.
amazing. The grooms look incredible.
Yeah. Do you know what I loved as well? Luke Heggie was there who, if you don't know, he's like a kind of blokey comic. Not like blokey as in like, oh fuck women, but more just like he's a guy from Queensland. He's got some strong
Yeah,
opinions.
but no, he's
And he
genuinely like also incredibly smart. Like what he
smart, very
presents doesn't
sensitive.
match his thought process on stage as well. He's one of my favorite comics.
Totally.
Yeah,
He's like a Trojan horse
yeah.
where like you think he's just gonna be another kind of like blah 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 kind of, but it's very intellectual. Like it's really good. Anyway, um
He's got a bit of Damien Power vibes in that. Yeah.
yeah, that he wore his newest jeans to the wedding and also a jacket he borrowed from Osher Ginsburg from Osher's Masked Singer closet.
Yeah, it was so cool. It
That
was
like
like a sequin
blue
blue. I
brocade.
loved it. It
Yeah.
looked great.
It looked great. Sloss was there in his kilt.
Mm, it was all going on.
Everyone looked good.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, sorry. Anyway, yeah, that was a. I've been just looking. I've been looking forward to that wedding for years because they got engaged before, well before marriage, gay marriage was legal in this country,
Mm,
and then the wedding was meant to be like March 2020, and then finally they got to do it. So it's so good. I'm so happy for them. What
yeah.
good people.
Yeah. It was just it's one of my all time top weddings that I've been to,
Yeah,
and I've been to a lot of
ditto for me.
weddings.
I haven't been to a lot of weddings, but my two favorites that I've been to, theirs and yours, Maggie.
Oh,
Just good mix.
very
And you know what I
different
think it
though.
is?
Very different kinds of.
Very different,
Mm.
but I think what it is producers putting on weddings.
Yes, one of the
Because you
grooms
know
was
how
a
to
producer, and he did a
yeah.
wonderful job. Yes.
Yeah. They know how to curate an experience for people.
Well, I think also it's interesting with weddings, and I was talking to Karen about this, that one of the grooms a while back, is that weddings for a lot of people, and I completely understand this, if you're not in the entertainment industry, it is the one of the first and only shows that you will ever put on. And
Mm.
it is a show. It's about, because you, in your life, if you're not kind of in that realm, you don't have an opportunity to organize a show or a big party. Like it is what it is. It's a show.
Yeah.
The ceremony and the speeches and stuff. So people really stress out, and they put so much. The stakes are so much higher. But I
Yeah.
felt like, God,
And like the budget.
yeah,
Like, I feel like we all started out doing shows for absolutely fuck all and like, a maximum of maybe 50 people. So we've all got to practice over the years putting on shows and gradually growing them, the amount of people, the amount of stakes, whatever. So
yeah.
you're kind of right. Like, if that's the first kind of big event you've ever had to put on, and the budget is like much bigger than anything, and the amount of people and the amount of expectation as well, like, it would be so crazy.
Oh, absolutely. And I think also it's a trial and error. Uh, It's kind of how we've had more practice in, like, I've produced national network shows with a viewership of 700,000 people. Like, that's not a brag, but it is
Mm.
way more stressful than putting on a wedding. And
Yeah.
I,
How did producing Have You Been Paying Attention affect how you produced your wedding? Because I did think it was weird you made us all sit at desks and buzz
there was
in.
buzzers and
Yeah, buzzers on every table. It's
yeah. So it
a
was,
quiz.
but then it became, because you realize it, for us it was what we would want to go to, and what we wanted to go to was just a lovely weekend with friends, with
Mm,
the people we care about most, just small and private as well. And that's why we didn't put any. We asked people not to put any photos up of it, and I know, like, some people really struggled with that, but it was because it was not because it was because I just wanted, because my husband's got a profile. I just wanted something that was a memory for us,
yeah.
to have that day where it's not on social media. It didn't need to be on social media. I mean, like, everyone took photos of themselves and stuff, but just Ben and I knowing that we had that private moment with the people we love the most was
Mm,
really important to us. And
mm.
not putting public photos of me in a wedding dress and Ben in them. It just wasn't. It was just, and even with that, even doing that, still, like, there was, like, Ben fans that would come up to me and know a lot of details of the day and what questions that I've never met in my life, and that, it was not with bad intentions for them, but
Yeah.
that I was like, that's the reason why. Do you know what I mean? Just to keep
Yeah.
something private, just something small. And I totally respect people who don't do that. That's because they don't mind, like, it's that. But that was just, yeah, that was our choice at the time, and I'm
Yeah.
glad we did it, actually.
See, I would do that just because I don't want photos out there. If I was getting married, I would ask people not to take photos of me. Take photos of yourself. I would ask them not to take photos of me because I need to approve every photo of myself ever.
Oh,
The
yeah.
angle, the lighting, the
Yeah,
facial expression, who I'm in the frame with, like, absolutely fucking not. You're not taking a random photo of me laughing. Absolutely fuck off. It's my day. I've paid the money. I've, like,
yeah.
this is
There's a
years in the making. You're not gonna fucking get me with your little shitty camera phone. Like, no.
That's so funny. Yeah, I think. Do you know who had a bigger problem? The most problem with it was the vendors.
Really? Why?
Yeah, like the makeup and hair team and the florists and the venue all wanted to
Mm.
use photos of the wedding in a promotional capacity, and
Mm.
were really didn't really struggled with that. Like, they were still asking me afterwards, please, can we post photos of it? And I
Weird.
just felt like it was like, yeah, you can pay me, dude, if we're going to promote your.
Yeah.
This
I guess
it's
it
a
is
new.
that thing of
It's
it's like when it's like when it's your job, right? Like, working in entertainment inevitably crosses over to working in advertising, when it's your job, like, you understand exactly the dollar figure that that kind of promotional image has.
Yeah.
And so I don't think people realize, like, that visual language. So say you get your makeup done and stuff like that. That photo of you after you get your makeup done is worth something. But because, like, it's just become so casual and whatever, people don't realize that.
Yeah, and it felt like it was this new thing that was part of like the exchange of the whole thing.
Yeah.
Like,
Like,
and
yeah.
almost like I'd let them down, and
Like, if they put it in their contracts that they were, like, entitled, they would take images of you during the day that they would later use, then I think that's fair enough.
mm,
But I don't know. I'm not trying to make it sound like, oh, we're too good to have our photos on the internet. What I'm saying is more like, I think we as, like, a society
mm.
should question how fine we are with businesses using our images for free.
Yeah, and I don't
I
want to
think there's
not support
something
them, but I feel like there's plenty more that they could do. And the other thing
totally.
is, like, my family are very private. They didn't want pictures of them up on the internet, and I had to
Mm,
respect that as well. Yeah, the whole that was just a weird one. It was like I was definitely an anomaly for them
mm,
as vendors. But I just want to also say they were so good and delightful. We were like the first wedding out of COVID that they did.
mm. Mm.
And everyone did an amazing job. But I'm just talking in general with weddings now. It seems like it all has to be on social media, and that's absolutely fine. But when you don't want it to be, you're like the weird one now. No, it's not like the other way around. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and
Yeah.
I mean, the wedding on the weekend was just such an event.
But they did say at the beginning of the ceremony you can take
Yeah,
photos.
go for
Like,
it. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. And that's always good to clarify, I think.
Mm, mm. But they're not
Yeah.
squeezed into a corseted white dress.
Totally. They're handsome
They're just
men who get
handsome.
to
They're just
just
handsome on every angle. So, go for
yeah, they're just handsome people.
it. Speaking of handsome people,
Mm.
Real Housewives of New York.
Yeah, look, top line of it all, I feel better about this episode than I did last one because I think the chickens are coming home to roost
Hmm.
for Erin a bit. But I'll get the episode up. Episode, is it 11? No. Sorry. Okay, yeah. So this is the synopsis for this episode. The Case of the Missing Phone, episode 11 of season 14 of The Real Housewives of New York City. On the group's final day in Anguilla, a storm moves in over Erin and Ubar's friendship. The women go on a rum tour where Sai revives her bartending career. The ladies limbo with the locals, but Erin leaves early. Jessel's hit list is revealed. And I think the fact that this whole episode essentially takes over 24 hours
Mm,
kind of tells you how much they've been trying to string out this season with very, very little.
hmm
What are your thoughts and feelings off the top?
mm. I mean, yeah, I don't know. Like, it was just like, if I was rewatching this season, it would be one I wouldn't pay attention to. I feel like you're right. This
Mm.
seems like this is the incident. If there's three to go, like, what happens afterwards?
Yeah, I mean, I think in the previews for next week, there's some kind of remarks made about Jessel's husband that I think are really gonna amp up the end of the season leading into the reunion. And they've shot the reunion, and from what Andy was posting on his Instagram, it looks like he said they had to go, they went through 2 boxes of tissues, so apparently there's a lot of crying.
Mm,
um it feels like the reveal of Jessel's hit list or whatever, her record of insane shit that Erin has said to her and other people, I think is all setting it up for a big showdown at the end. Yeah, but I also feel like, did it need to take 11 episodes to get here?
yeah,
This season could have been done in 10, 8 episodes even.
I feel like what's happened is the viewers' hero is Jessel. Jessel's a legend. Did you notice when were having like all that confrontation by the spa? Jessel was just sitting in the spa being like, I can't even be bothered getting into it with this woman because she's so ridiculous.
Yeah.
And I think we've discounted Jessel's. It kind of felt like she was just going to float through and deal, like not actually address stuff, and she's just kind of a bit of a space cadet. But no, it looks like she's actually building a case against Erin, who is just like so humorless.
Oh my God. And just really showed her ass. Like, I feel like, Uber has kind of been real flighty this season. Like, hasn't really had a moment, and then she finally got her moment in this showdown with Erin over the lost phone, where, like, yeah, even Uber kind of saying, like, black women get reduced so often to just being angry black women and not being taken seriously. Like, even that, it's like, yeah, I would say there probably is a racial element to like Erin's, indignation that Uber wasn't chill with her taking her phone. And also the way that Erin just was like, you can't talk to me like that. You can't rip my sunglasses. Like, shut up. Like, I don't know. I just, there's no sympathy for Erin anymore. And I feel like because, she isn't seeing the reaction of the audience in real time until well after it's been shot, I think the reunion will actually be worth watching because they'll actually see how they are reflected in this show.
Yeah.
And I bet you will get some kind of line from Erin that'll be like, a lot of what happened wasn't shown and you guys are only seeing the worst part of me. But yeah, I don't know.
I don't know if she'll be back next season. I think she's just so boring and she's tanking the whole thing. Like the line that Jenna said directly was, "Are we still talking about this?" It was exactly how I felt. I was like, "Is this still going?" And the fact that obviously clambering for content because there was a 2-minute bit of them just playing Connect 4 on the beach.
Oh my God. The fact that that's in the episode synopsis.
Yeah.
The girl's limbo. Sai bartends. Yes, they go to a bar and Sai gets behind the bar, says free shots for everyone, and then goes, no, kidding. It's like, yeah, because you guys aren't as rich as you're trying to portray. You're not as carefree as you try and portray.
Yeah.
You're all there just like grinding out content. You know what I mean? It kind of reminds me of like on TikTok, there are people who are like, I just have to post every day. I just have to post every day. And that's how I become famous. I just show up and I post every day. And it doesn't matter what I say. I just do it every day. And that's how I feel with the housewives on the show. It's like they're here because they want to become famous and they want to like launch their businesses and they want to raise their profiles, whatever. But ultimately, there's no friendship here. There's no chemistry. Really, the only person that's going to come out of this a star is Jessel.
Jessel and Jenna, I think, keep them, ditch all of the rest. And just the whole season is pent on victimizing themselves. If it's like there was a whole episode of I've got it harder than you, and Erin clearly, like Jessel said, has nothing, and then what did she say? She's like, I feel like I'm being bullied at school. Someone called me Long Jaw Silver.
Oh my God, yes. Okay, so after Uber has that kind of showdown with Erin at the beginning of the episode, Erin leaves the rum tour early, goes back, calls her dad on fucking FaceTime and is just being like, Uber's being so mean to me, blah, blah, blah. Runs home, cries to her dad. The pieces to camera, she's like, yeah, I used to get bullied at school. I used to get called Long Jaw Silver. And like, I'm just like, if you are still thinking about this from year 7, like, I don't know, but it's just everything Erin Reef. Yeah, it's
like,
crazy. It's not delusional, but it's not funny.
Does she? She doesn't really have a long jaw. I'd never heard of that kind of bull. No, and it's no. It made her feel bad. That's bad, but it's a little bit funny.
But
it's funny that she was what she was drawing on. It was like she literally has nothing. She's gone through the whole thing being horrible to these women because she's trying to get airtime, and suddenly they've just been like, "Dude, stop." And Uber, obviously, there obviously is other stuff going on
Yep.
to have that level of frustration and snap. But
Yeah.
I just think it's so boring. I don't know, boring, but like when they're arguing and stuff, or hashing it out, constantly saying, "I love you. You know I love you. I
We've
love
been
you.
friends for
We're
years.
and when they
Like,
start talking about like we're like copying the Kardashians, that we're family. We're almost family. Yeah, like it's not true and it's
I
boring.
feel
You
like
don't see
these
any of the Salt Lakes doing that. You didn't see the original New
yeah.
Yorks doing that. And if they did, it was funny. They weren't
Yeah.
sincere, you know?
No. I think new reality show producers specifically, or like the marketing teams behind these reality shows are really obsessed with the idea like, no, 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 it's not women beating down on women. It's women celebrating women. It's women helping women. And they've all just got this kind of weird idea in their heads that that's how they'll get viewers is by being like, no, it's about women like looking out for women, and you know, we can have our differences, but at the end of the day, like, we're all there for each other. It's like, you know what, some women aren't friends, it's all right, you know.
Yeah, you don't.
Doesn't hurt feminism to like not be friends with everyone. Sometimes you can be a feminist and also not like another woman. Like, it's okay. We're not all in this structural, like, structurally things aren't going to change.
Sometimes it's
If
better.
you
Like it's
can
more
just,
feminist to not be friends with everyone all the time, you know. And that's
yeah.
what it's about. It's we know these group of women just been thrown together. So if you're
Mm.
constantly telling us in this episode that we love each other and we're like family, what do you? It's so insincere.
It's so insincere. That's a whole season. It's just so insincere. It's not real. And we said this at the beginning. It's like, this is about the performance of authenticity. Like, Real Housewives of New York is so obsessed with being an authentic New Yorker
Mm.
and being real. And Brooklyn is in the house. And I'm from the Upper East Side. And blah, 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 blah. And Jessel's not really like a New Yorker. She doesn't know this. And it's just like these weird gatekeeping like hoops that they'll give each other to jump through, and ultimately there's no sense of unity to it, there's no sense of direction.
Or humor. There's no funny bits,
There's
like,
no
and
fun.
especially if you're
And
jumping between this and Salt Lake, and even Orange County is funny. The women have no sense of humor.
oh, you dropped
And if
out.
you show
Where have
like
you gone?
Jenna's like opting out to go do some work. That's part of the story.
I know. And like, yeah, I will
I
say,
wonder if
I
she'll
feel
stick
like the
around.
moment of the episode for oh, are you still there? You're
Yeah,
still here, right?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
It keeps
All right,
freezing, but
sweet.
I'm just keeping going. You're
Is that
frozen
me or
again.
is that you freezing? Hello?
Yeah. Am I freezing on your
Hey,
end as well?
yeah,
Yeah.
am I freezing on
Yeah.
yours? Fuck me dead. All right, let's just keep
Yeah,
going.
it's fine. I'm just waiting for it to unfreeze and then talk. So
Sweet. I feel like the moment of the episode was when the girls get in the car. Erin's left the rum tour. The girls get in the car, and then Jessel reveals the list, and they start putting it all together. That the common denominator between every single conflict of the season is Erin, and it's Erin talking shit about one of them, going back saying she didn't say it, or like breaking the trust of the other women, and like that's the thing that I find frustrating about this whole like, we're friends, like, we're women supporting women. It's like, a girl's girl is not a girl who you know, goes and gives their friend soup in bed after major dental surgery and then throws her under the bus to the rest of the girls. That's not a girl's girl. A girl's girl is not someone who makes constant cracks about Jessel's marriage, about everyone else, and then like, you know,
she's got like
acts
real
like
Andrea Moss vibes of first season of Melbourne. Not realizing how
mm,
much she's coming across as just a really unpleasant individual.
yeah.
But
I'm really looking forward to the reunion for that reason specifically. That she's going to see, and I'm sure she's probably seen it online already, but she's going to see that maybe she isn't who she thinks she is.
I'm interested because remember when it first launched, there was like some weird PR attack against Jessel and when she left, which was
Mm,
very real estate focused, which felt like it came from definitely from Aaron, but didn't really make sense at
totally.
the time. And I feel like potentially they'd just watched the entire season and she's gone, I need to do something
Yeah.
to make Jessel look bad. But like
And I think,
before we started, we were just having a look over like the the ratings of these series, which is really interesting to watch because I've never actually gone over and see how many viewers. And this current season, so obviously we all know the season before that is the one where they really fucked it up with the wrong blend of women. And that didn't even get a reunion because it was so bad. And that final episode finished on 500,000 viewers. But if you go back to season 3, where there was the Scary Island that we talked about a couple of years ago, a couple of episodes ago with Alexi Toliopoulos, that was sitting on 2 million viewers a day. On average an episode. Right now, this current season, so we know the season before that was fucked up, was about 500,000. 5 years ago, it was 2 million viewers. At the moment, the average they're sitting on is 400,000 viewers for this season.
Out. Oh man, I feel like
and it's dropping off. It started at 600, 700,000.
Damn.
Yeah.
This is some of the critical reviews for Roni season 14. So at the moment, there is it's not even rating as fresh or rotten on Rotten Tomatoes, but the audience score is 22%. And it's just, and like for a TV show to get that kind of thing is pretty brutal. And some of there's no critical reviews for it, but some of the audience reviews are just like pale imitation of the original show. These women are boring and so self-involved, and it's such a typical way that it screams, what the fuck should be going on? I miss Bethany, Sonia, and Luann. They need to recast the original cast. I mean, I think that's what everyone's saying. There's no lightness to it.
I wonder what Jenna's PR crisis team's happening now. She's definitely having the meeting going, is this worth it?
I feel like Jenna's the only one coming out of this. Like, all right.
Putting Jenna in with Luann and Sonia and Ramona would be amazing TV. And then bringing across Lisa Barlow. That's a dream cast there.
Yeah, that would be good.
Because they'd push her out of her comfort zone. That's another thing that looks like they're dragging on as well, is this, like, I don't know if Bryn talks about other things and they just don't put it in the edit. But the constant, like, sexual innuendos, that's all she says. That's all they leave in the edit is her grabbing her own breasts. And then she was like, there was this random cutaway of her just like stripper pretending to be on a stripper pole over lunch.
Oh, that's right. She says Pebbles. Pebbles would be my stripper name.
I don't even think that they didn't even show the conversation that was from. So they're not even giving Bryn. I think she's really eloquent in the confessionals. But whatever's happening I don't even know what side she's on, because she seems to be wanting to be friends with this Aaron chick, and then they kind of had a go at her, and then they all backed off, and then she's like, Aaron's crying, and she seems one of those just nasty people who just goes around and causes shit and then paints herself as the victim and resorts to tears.
Even the fucking apology scene between the two of them, I did think it was very funny that Uber's phone went missing again while she's trying to show Erin something. Look, that was funny. I'm glad they kept that in there. But even that whole thing's so drawn out. And it ultimately ends with Erin being a victim. No one's been like, yo, like...
Yeah, and they're all like, I hope you're okay. What are you talking about? Everyone was, except for Jessel. Jessel stayed away. Jessel just sat on her phone in the spa. Even when they were all in the spa having a go at Erin, Jessel didn't say anything. She just sat there.
I mean, I did like that Bryn was like, oh, she's kind of going beyond. Like, even if we're all mad at her, it is kind of getting to a point where she's clearly not being able to take it. I do like that. Kind of reminds me of Scary Island when they all kind of go, or something else is going on here, we need to back off.
I feel like also the argument against her wasn't cohesive. So in fairness to Erin, she was sitting there just copying this kind of spray, explain. She probably didn't understand because they weren't being
Mm.
eloquent with what they're saying. They were just bringing up random shit and having a go
Mm.
at her. No one was
And
like,
this
dude, like, and that's why I like Jessel, because Jessel seems to be the only one that keeping track, who will sit and potentially have like, you did this, you did this, you did this, and this. Where the girls were just kind of shouting and yelling at her in a spa bath. Of course, she's going to get upset.
And I feel like Sai doesn't know where she sits in all of it either. Where sometimes she's like with Erin and being like, "You guys just need to figure it out. You need to stop talking about it," and then we'll then get in on the kind of confrontation of it all. Yeah,
It's a mess, and it's a shame because we love New York.
and I do think there is something in that cast. I just think that the way it's been, I don't know, even just edited, like we talk about Salt Lake all the time, but each episode feels like there's a bit of direction or movement or dynamic to it.
Mm.
Where it's like this one, nothing happens for so like it's what no, what am I trying to say? With this episode, right? It starts with Uber and Aaron getting into it, right? And then it pulls them apart for a bit and then sticks them back together and pulls them apart and sticks them back together. And then it's kind of left in this place of, something's going to boil over.
Yep.
But it's like there have been entire seasons of Housewives where it's all boiling, where the tensions get regularly raised and the stakes slowly get higher. And again, we're like episode 11 or whatever into this.
Yeah.
And it's starting to feel like it's going somewhere.
Yeah. What was interesting was when Jenna was like, I get it slightly with Uber. Like when Uber was losing it, Jenna in her hero interview was saying, look, I kind of saw a bit of this. I think she was being fair saying, she didn't say Uber was wrong. She was just pointing out that she has a very intense side that catches you off guard. And when she said, oh, it happened to us, which was never shown, when I don't know what.
Yeah, it was unseen footage. So what had happened was Jenna had invited Uber over to Jenna's apartment, but hadn't told Uber that they were filming. So then Uber showed up and she wasn't in glam. She wasn't camera ready. And so on camera, which isn't shown, she says, you need to tell me if we're filming. It's not fair for me to show up and there's cameras here and I didn't know about it.
I think that's
Which
fair.
again, I think that's fair.
Yeah.
But I think what it is that Uber's just very direct and these women are not like used to that.
No.
Or they're used to it via passive aggression from Sai, where she's like, oh, there's no food here, so I'm going. Like
Sai, yeah. Her and Erin, very like interesting story. Like she's got a really interesting story, and I like how she lives in like a house in Brooklyn. I really liked her husband, but her and Erin, it just no humor. Like when she was jumping behind the bar, she's like, "I'm now the bartender." Obviously, the producer's like, "Finally, something we can have."
Something.
Nothing happened. She just went and poured herself a drink.
Do you know what moment really pissed me off from this episode? Was when Uber and Erin finally kind of go to sit down after everything, right? And it's Erin initiating it. She's like, I'm the eldest sister, so I just know sometimes you have to like leave things and then come back to them. And she goes, Uber, come. I'm like, who the fuck are you? Uber, come. I wrote that down. I was like, get fucked. Don't tell people to come like they're fucking dogs. Like, fuck you. She's condescending. She's fucked. Like, fuck off. And then I also liked at the very end in the spa, Bryn finally goes like, yeah, it wasn't cool for you to say that I was doing that.
But then she backed off immediately. They all backed off. So.
Well, what happened was Erin goes, don't start with me on that. That was that's right. Bryn just finds out that Erin's called her a social climber. And so Bryn is hurt in that moment because this is the first time she's hearing that news. And then Erin goes, this was months ago. Get over it. It's like, but she's just finding this out.
Yeah.
How can she get over this if she didn't know? And then I like that Bryn's like, do you want me to start with you? Because we can start it if you want me to start with you. And everyone's like, no, leave it.
It was interesting how Erin really changed. Like when she was in the spa, and in that moment you just discussed, she was seemed to be very calm and cool and together. But as soon as Uber started talking to her, all of a sudden the
Mm.
tears opened, and I'm a victim, and this isn't fair. And you're like,
Mm.
no, what? I don't know, man.
I
I
feel
think
like it's
it.
a racial thing straight up. Like the only like dark skinned black woman on the cast, and she has like a real fucking problem with her.
Mm,
And she's like, I feel scared to be your friend. Like she's saying all this stuff that's like pretty charged.
mm,
On the flip side, she's real happy to like have a go at Bryn, have a go with Jenna. Like she feels very safe. And when they challenge her, she always feels very safe.
mm.
I
Yeah.
don't know.
If she was funny. If it's just no one's funny. Jenna's the one with a sense of humor. Bryn's got a bit of a sense of humor, but you can tell even Bryn's just like grasping at straws to get anyone to riff with her or have fun. And
Yeah.
that's why she keeps like going back to the Jenna trope of flirting with Jenna.
Mm.
I don't know where they're going to go with this.
Looks like Jen is back with her girlfriend though, so that's good.
Mm.
Judging from social media, a lot
Oh,
of very lovey-dovey posts with Cass Blackbird, whatever her name is,
oh,
Cass
that's
Bird.
nice.
Yeah, so I'm like, that's nice. But and it's funny because Bryn's posting comments underneath it being like, "Why are you doing this to me?"
I love it.
So I'm like, okay, that's a good bit. That's a good bit, I
I see them
guess.
not renewing it, and I see them giving Bryn a role in Vanderpump or Southern Charm.
Mm.
Um, man, I'm so excited for the Ultimate Girls Trip with the old group.
Yeah. When does it come out? Do you know?
Let's look it up.
Yeah.
Should be soon. Basically, there is a Real Housewives of New York Legacy coming out, which has now been rebranded as a girls trip, but it has been bumped for the ex-wives girls trip that is happening soon, and that's
Right.
all characters that aren't on any series anymore.
Is that the one where allegedly something went down between Carolyn Manzo and Brandy?
Yeah,
Interesting.
that's it.
I wonder if that's why they've pushed that forward.
Maybe, yeah.
It gets dark, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It gets really fucking dark sometimes.
I really like the girls trip. I love the first one. Putting Ramona and Kenya together. Oh my God. So funny.
Yeah.
I love the recent one. That was funny. With Portia. Just it's like it's our version of the Avengers.
It is, I guess. Yeah, it's Endgame.
Yeah.
I'm excited for Legacy. I am excited for this Roni to end. We got the reunion seating chart. Do you want me to take it through it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I'm going to describe it as we're looking towards Andy. So everyone I'm describing, you're looking facing Andy,
Mm-hmm.
if that helps,
Mm-hmm.
right? So to the left of Andy, you have Jessel, and to the right of Andy, the two closest seats, Jessel and Erin. And I feel like that's because some shit's going to go down in the next two episodes where Erin says something about Jessel's husband, and I think it's going to be left in a real fucked up place.
Mm.
Between Jessel and the end, on Jessel's side rather of the couch, is Bryn and Uber, and then on Erin's side of the couch it's Jenna and Sai. That makes sense to me. I don't think that needs to be changed around. It seems pretty clear where the battle lines have been drawn from this episode.
Yeah. And obviously Jenna is a bit bipartisan with it all. And so she's been
Yeah, a bit neutral.
she's like diffusing it sitting next to Erin.
Mm.
And then you've got Psy, because you don't want it makes sense. You don't want Jenna on the outer, but she doesn't. But the fuel is gonna come from Jessel's side.
But I am looking forward to Andy putting some direct questions to Jenna that she won't be able to like get out of. Not that I think she needs to be confronted on anything. I think she's had a pretty clean season.
Yeah.
Hasn't really done any dirty other than, you know, she kind of said she was busy for the Christmas workshop and she was just hanging out with her kids. Like she had an event which was hanging out with her kids. I don't know. I think she'll probably get asked about that, but I don't think there's anything so far that has seen Jenna play dirty at all.
She might. I think she might be a little pissed off at Erin for throwing her under the bus. Flying coach thing.
Yeah. But then also, again, because I'm all over Jenna Lyons' Insta, she posted not too recently, a couple of weeks ago, about going on like a little holiday with Erin. So I don't know. I feel like, yeah, she's definitely on the Erin side of things, and I wonder why. Like, it was almost giving in this episode that just aired, it was almost giving like either be bullied by the bully or be friends with the bully. And I feel like Jenna, having spoken about how anxious she is, I feel like she's aligned herself with the bully.
Yeah.
To stay out of the firing line, because she got a taste of it when Erin kind of threw her under the bus about not wanting to fly coach.
Yeah. Or she just doesn't care.
I also think she just doesn't care. And like the did you read the Cut interview she did a week or so ago?
No, I should. I've got the print version of that magazine.
Oh, okay. She reads.
I read or didn't.
Literate. Yeah, no, she kind of talks about how she's just using it to promote her projects and her profile. Like, she's not that invested in it.
Yeah. I mean,
is the vibe I got from reading.
Which makes me wonder, like, like we said, what's her thoughts? Is she going to come back? Is it worth it? Has it been worth it? She's probably looking up her business and saying, has it spiked? She hasn't actually, to be honest, I haven't had her talk about her bit. She says my business a lot, and she says I'm working a lot, but I don't actually know, apart from the lashes, what the other.
I guess it's the architecture thing, because remember what's her name from Schitt's Creek was on?
Oh yeah. No, I take that back. She did a bit. Yeah.
But even then I'm like, why are you on Housewives? Because these seem, I mean, the lashes I get, because that's, to a Housewives audience, that's like achievable. I don't really get you trying to promote your architectural design firm on Housewives, because I don't think the vast majority of Housewives watchers, don't mean to make some assumptions, I don't think we're all going to be hiring the personal services of Jenna Lyons.
Yeah. Unless
maybe.
I see her launching like a Martha Stewart kind of home collection thing. She needs something that can touch. That's not just lashes, that can touch the masses. Didn't mean to do that.
Ooh.
Something that we can go buy for $40 and say we own something Jenna Lyons. That's not just eyelashes. That's the key.
Well, it's what made her so iconic in the first place. Was J. Crew was like accessible luxury. It was jeans, but they were nice. It was like tailored stuff, but it was like it was nice quality, but it wasn't like overly pretentious or expensive. And then like getting Michelle Obama, like styling as Michelle Obama, like kind of made her famous. But again, she was still styling Michelle Obama in like a mix of high and low stuff, which is like her whole thing. It's meant to be accessible luxury, I guess.
Yeah.
So I'm like, yeah, I don't know. I don't think she'll come back if there's another season.
I don't think so. No, I don't even know if they'll do another season. Maybe they'll take it somewhere else near, like Real Housewives of Hamptons.
I would love to see that.
Or Real Housewives of Berkshire.
That would be really fun.
Yeah. How many times can you reboot something? Like,
till it just gets the boot.
Yeah. It's fine. Sometimes it's fine to move on. Like, you're not going to replicate the magic that was the original New York, because it was because of the group of people. And I think New Jersey needs a boost as well. It's, they're all hitting 10 years.
Yeah.
Definitely OC needs a boost. And it's just kind of happened, I think, with the Shannon Bedour drink driving with her dog. It needs something like that. And they need to get real. This show needs to have an event to make them real people.
Humanize
them, and also get someone in there who has a sense of humor that isn't just making like root jobs, the whole, like, blowjob jokes and stuff like that. Someone with a proper sense of humor, like a New York sense of humor. Like, Jenna's got a good sense of humor, but she's not like, they need a comedian style person in there to narrate what's going on and turn it funny. Because at the moment it's not. It's very serious women doing very stupid things, and it's not fun.
Yeah. I think keep Jessel. I think everyone was I was just reading back on like early press around Roni, and everyone was saying like, oh, she's the villain. And then she's literally the hero of the series.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
So I think they need to go back and look at it and go, okay, she's the likable one. She's the avatar for the audience, even if she's tried to present herself as this very luxurious person or whatever. Like,
no, unless
she's the
something extreme happens in the next 3.
Mm.
Jessa has absolutely turned a corner, and we've realised who she is. She's just a motor mouth and doesn't realise what she says, but it's also good TV.
Yeah.
And she's also not putting up with the crap there as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it looks like the next episode she talks to Sai more about her background and just brings up her uncle being an alcoholic. So it's still going the same kind of like really, we're still here? We're still
treading water.
Oh.
But I think there will be a showdown between Erin and Jessel. It looks like, in the preview for next week, Abe, Erin's husband, says something about how, like, if me and my wife didn't have sex for 14 months, I'd be fucking other people. Which, if that doesn't get addressed in the show, it'll absolutely get addressed at the reunion.
It's a fucked up thing to say.
Exactly. It's a real fucked up thing to say. And they're a fucked up couple, and they clearly have their own fucking problems, and they're projecting on other people. And I tried to stay diplomatic about it, but fuck them.
I also think that it's obviously something going on, because the amount of deflection she's done and tried to stir up shit, and she never actually talked about her own background at all in that boring conversation on the boat. She never talked about her own background.
Is this Erin?
Erin. She never talked about her. She never talked about herself. She just was like pointing the finger at Jessel and stirring up shit with Sai.
And it appears that Erin's grown up very privileged. So then her kind of pointing the finger at Jessel and being like, why are you lying about being privileged or whatever? That's like, why do you care? You grew up privileged. Like, it's fine. Yeah. Everyone's fine.
It's this whole thing. It's like, I had a hard start. I worked hard. I'm rich now. So it's okay for me to be extravagant. That's the thing. That's what they're all working towards. And I don't think Jessel ever said that she didn't come. Like, she was just, I don't know. I can't do it.
Yeah, man. We need to have a chat, I think.
Yeah. We really can't. We might even have to shift it so we cover, I was thinking covering Salt Lake.
Yeah.
Let us know.
If you would like us to continue covering Roni, slip into the DMs, email at us, throwingdrinkspodcast@gmail.com, message us on Instagram @throwingdrinkspod. Let us know. Do you think it's worth sticking around? I will say, it's the sunk cost fallacy of it all, but like, we've watched 11 episodes and we're only 3 from the end. So part of me is like, let's just fucking finish it and then never speak of it again.
Yeah.
But then I'm also like, I don't want to keep bringing negative energy every single week to this. Like, we created this podcast to have fun, and like, it's not feeling fun.
Yeah. Oh, well, the other thing we could do, and if you're listening now and this doesn't rattle to you too much, is to maybe release the podcast a day later, and we'll be able to cover Salt Lake City, because I think it comes out tomorrow. Comes out Wednesday.
Yes.
So we'll look into that, because we're loving it, and I want to give it more time. And I tell you what, more time. If you want to hear more Salt Lake City, stick around for the Friday episode, because we have an incredible guest who is more into Housewives than both myself and Jen combined. It was like having a beautiful encyclopedia with us for an hour.
Yeah, she was our dream guest. When we thought of doing the show, she was the first name on the list of who we wanted on. And she's picked an iconic episode that I think will surprise you.
Yeah.
On that positive note, we're looking forward to Friday. We're looking forward to Roni being over.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
But this is what it's about, isn't it? It's about real opinions, real thoughts.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. Look, I'm sorry if it has been too negative. It is just, this is how we really feel. We made this podcast because this is how we really talk about these things. So, yeah, look, it's been a bit of a flop of the season, but I'm glad we're on the ride together, baby.
We'll see you later.
Catch you Friday with our special guest. Bye.